9.5 inches tall, 6 3/4 inches wide by 9 inches tall. That's what I'm doing mine. You can use any paper you've got. You can use book pages if you've got big ones. You can make them smaller. You can use copy paper if it's quite thick. This is quite good music paper. So I'm just going to cut this one down to 6 3/4. So I'm going to take it from there to there. So I'm taking the edge off. So there, 6 3/4 there, and then 9 inches. So 9.5 inches I said, didn't I? So I think cut that bottom piece off and that there. Right, let's trim that down. Don't think my paper trimmer is going to trim that because it's thin for that. It's very temperamental. Let's just try this guillotine here. This is a bit tall, but we will take the bottom off, right where I marked it, and then I must, yeah, I'm going to lose my mark, so I'm going to have to measure the top again. So that off, and okay, so ruler back. So 9 3/4, 6 and, what did I say? I've already forgotten. 6 3/4. So if I just put that there for a minute, 6 3/4. So I said I wanted to take some of this edging off. So let's do there and there, and hopefully that's the right size. Okay, so I'm going to just gently fold mine and do it like this. So I'm not creasing it along the bottom, I'm just doing it like this, making sure it's straight. And this side the same. Now a paper trimmer would have trimmed this off in one go, but it doesn't really like the thinner. It likes scrapbook, thicker scrapbook paper and card. I'm just popping that down the side of me. Right, let's get rid of those. Okay, should be the same anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Right, okay, so the first thing we're going to do, roll up my sleeves, is I'm going to fold all 3 of them, and I'm going to fold, I'm eyeballing this, so I'm folding, putting them lengthways, I'm folding this side over to this side so that we have a flap to glue on, and it doesn't matter where that flap is. I mean, it's in the middle there, but I'm going to leave that one like that. So that's that one. So just looking to see, there's a lot of words on here, so we'll try and make this one a bit more central. They don't have to be measured. So let's see, yeah, I prefer that side. And you want a little bit overlapping so you can glue it down, as I said. Okay, I know I said it didn't matter, but let's just make that one a bit more central now. done the other two. I think I prefer it. So someone has penciled notes on these, so I'm just going to rub that out. I could just see that down there. Yeah, it's just that one note there. Right, okay, so we've done that. So then we're going to fold this top edge, so upside down, the top edge we're folding down. I'm going to fold mine down to about there. Okay. I'm turning them upside down, and I'm just eyeballing this. And again with that one, doesn't matter if they're slightly different sizes, slightly different widths. So we're doing that, and then we are folding the bottom edge up about, I don't know, I'll measure it for the sake of it, just over ½ an inch, about that. Okay, so we want this end here, like so, and this one. Now if you want to be precise and measure yours, that's fine. So I'm just going to get the bone folder and crease that, and you'll see why in a minute. Okay. Just wondering, maybe I folded that a bit too deep, so you can change your mind as you go along. That's fine. Depends how tall you want them, really. I'm going to do the same with that one, so we'll have two slightly taller ones like that. Let's just do this one as well. So okay, see what you think when you come around to doing them. So then you're going to take the first one, and the reason I've creased them is so I can see the creases, because you're going to shape and snip the bottom and the top folds. Okay, so take the bottom folds, take your scissors, and you're going to snip at the creases. So on the bottom you're going to do that, and then Rachel just slightly slanted it. I hope I haven't slanted it too much. This gets tricky, so we need to think about it actually. Okay, hopefully. So basically that's the bottom of your envelope, and you're taking out that bulk. Okay, and then you're taking the top and you're going to do the same. You're going to cut down this crease here and down this one here to it's like a little box, and then you're going to cut along that bottom crease. So you're just literally cutting out that square, which I'm finding a bit fiddly really, but these are really easy to do. But hopefully I haven't messed up. So the sharper the crease, I guess the easier it is to cut. So I'm just going to cut that out. So that is your, and they can have that outside, that flap, or inside, and that's going to be your flap for your envelope. So I want to make that more of an envelope shape, so I'm just going to snip at the corner off there. And I do try and be clever and try and make that the same. by using that piece. It doesn't always work because this is quite thin, thick enough for this, but thin compared to, so I'm trying to make mine identical, really, like that. And I'm going to just take that, the very end of that, top of that envelope flap, and I'm just going to turn that over to give that a bit more strength and to make it a bit, so there you have it. So that's one. Let's do the next one. So again, we're opening it up. You've got your creases down the bottom, this box shape here and here, and we're just cutting that out. Like so. Got very shaky hands. Oh God. I don't know whether it's because it's a video or what. And then I'm just literally just going to shape it slightly up like that. And I'm going to kind of eyeball this one to match. So, I hope that's okay. Right. And as I say, that can be glued outside or in. I might just snip those corners off there and there. Like that. Okay, and then opening out the top, and I'm doing the top. So you have to make sure you're concentrating really, because you could snip out the wrong flap. Okay, so that's that. That's my bottom flap there. This is my envelope flap here. So again, I'm going to make it into a more of an envelope shape, using that as a turning that over, that piece, and using it as a guide. So I've got roughly the same shape. It is awkward. I just want to guide. I do apologise for my shaky hands. Oh. Okay. And then, as I say, I'm going to just turn that little bit down on the edge of that flap there, to make that envelope like that. Okay, so that's two. Right, the more I'm doing, the more shaky I'm becoming. Okay. Oh, must be for the, I mean, I do get, as I said before, I do get shakes. It's just my thyroid. Occasionally I have a shaky day, and I'm just snipping the corners of that, hopefully not too much because I'm shaking. And then I'm just going to take this and gently take a piece out there and a piece out of there like so. Okay, and then the top. I like doing these weekly challenges, you know. I remember doing one for the DD Farrago, and that made me some lovely bases for different things, and this is too. So I need to build up my stash really. So I thought, well, as I'm not sure what I want to make, so I finished that floral journal and I'm kind of at a crossroads at the moment. I might, you know, take on a couple of these challenges. So there is another challenge going on that I'm going to have a look at. And again, you know, obviously I haven't started at the beginning of January, but you don't have to. These are quite easy to jump in and just, you know, you can do what you like. You don't have to do all of them. But it's really nice to join in, I think. I mean, I can't always do them on the day when they're filming them on the channel. So, and then the other thing that I need to do on all three before I glue them is you want to make this into a bit of a V, a slight little V, like this one. I don't know if you can see that because I haven't distressed any of this, but there's a little V there just so that you can see your journal card like you would an envelope, so you can make that as wide or as deep as you want. Now I'm wondering, okay, so I'm just going to, I think this has to be from there down, this one. So take that piece and then turn that around, just giving me a guide as to the deepness. So I want to try and get them fairly similar. Obviously this side flap is slightly wider than that one, simply because oh, I've done that the wrong way, look. Okay, dear oh dear. See how easy it is to get carried away. Yeah, I've messed this up. I could probably try and glue that, so let me think. I've got to try and do a V. So if that's down, glued down, that would be, I think, okay. So I'm going to have to strengthen that, put something behind it. So that was a mistake. See, it's easy to make a mistake. So I'll have to stick something down there and there just to get that bit stick that back down. Right, okay. Okay, let's hope we don't do it with this one. So we're going from, am I going from there out? I am going from there down. Yes, so let's try and do it this way. So it's hard to do it when it's shut though. You have to kind of open it up. So that one. And then I want to make sure, that's where I went wrong. I had that kind of upside down on the last one, so I want to put that to the top. There might be an easy way to do this without leaving it to the very end. I hope and pray that's right, that one. That's good. That's two, okay. And then this one here, so we're going to go inside out like that, and then on this one we're going to go we're going this way round. That's it. So we're going to go, and I'm making this look fiddlier, I think, than it is. That's it. Phew, that's done. I didn't like that part at all. So keeping these bits good for collaging. I'm going to just snip the corners of that off, that flap at the bottom. Okay, right, let's glue. So we just need, we're going to, so we glue that little flap down like so, and then we're just going to put a bead of glue down this edge here, and a bead on this edge inside here, and then shut that down. Just don't stick your back to the front. See, I can still open that up. This glue just takes a few seconds to adhere, and then I'm going to glue this up like that. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to push my bone folder in so that no glue sticks. Okay, we'll leave that there like that for a minute. Go on to the next one. I hope you're all doing well, managing to get some crafting done. As I say, I'm in a bit of a, I don't know, kind of a no man's land really. I've gone, you know, sometimes when you finished a journal, this one was quite a chunky monkey. I haven't even listed it on Etsy yet. Must admit, I'd never be a millionaire, that's for sure. Yeah, when you finished a journal that's been quite big and taken up a bit of your time, it's sometimes nice just to do these smaller things where you don't have to, you know, do too much really. So we'll just make sure that's, leave that one inside that one. So yeah, doing all that takes time, doesn't it? Putting things on Etsy, sometimes I sell things on eBay, you know, my crafting things, if they've got one of their 80% off selling fees, I will sometimes do that. Oh, I know, before we do that, we need to strengthen this. So, okay, I think I'll just use, oops, that was my seat cracking, the edges of this paper maybe. That is a funny shape, even with that stuck down. That does not look. What I'm going to do, I think, let's see, let's cut this a bit deeper. I have one not too deep but deeper. Let's see if I can overcome it that way. So I kind of want this one going down to there. Just going to put a light pencil mark on it. So that's better. That looks better. Oh, there's some more somebody's mark on there. Take that off. Right, so now I just need to stick, I could just stick a bit of this, you see, along there. That's what I'll do, I think. So all is not lost. Yeah, because that's not going to notice. Let's see how this works. Okay, so we want that around that way. And then I'll just snip any excess off there, like that. That's much better. And yes, we'll stick that. I think that needs just a tiny bit. Yeah, this one's not as good, is it? Okay, that's much better. Right, okay, so I'm going to glue, yeah, let's glue that again. Definitely dries up clear, this Anita's tacky glue, so I can't even see where I had put that glue. Okay, and then the bottom. And once again we'll pop that down just to make sure. Just takes a few seconds to actually take, you know, cling, if you like, that glue, just I suppose to get tacky. Okay, right, let's just put the pin in that. So I have got time. I'm not going to make tags for them. I am going to instead decorate, I think. So we have our 3 tall envelopes. Must keep calling them pockets, but yeah, so that's the tag, and that tag is kind of universal, will fit in all of them. So we'll use that tag as an example. And if you want to decorate the back with something, you can. If you want to, say, stick some nice washi down there, that would be nice. So we could do that, stick some washi down the back. Okay, let's get some washi that we have on hand. Okay, we've got these. Oops, these are quite nice. These are Tim Holtz. So let's go. Where's the one I've decorated already? There it is. So that's quite nice, that green. I'm going to literally do a bit simple decorating. Then you can put them in your stash, and actually you can then embellish them a bit more when you're using them in your journals, depending on the theme, of course. And that's just a nice little extra bit on the back. I quite like that. Right. Okay, so that's our prototype. So let's see, what should we put down the back? Oh, that script one is quite nice. Hopefully it's wide enough. Oh, let's use this wider one. So I can actually see another pencil note on this. They're popping up everywhere. I saw it just there. Whoever had this music book has made notes for themselves. And just snip that there in the middle so I could fold that over that inverted V like so. Right, that's one. Let's go for a different one. Let's go for this one. And the colours look quite dark on the roll. They're not so dark on the paper. I might put 2 different strips down this one. I like that one. That's nice. All the numbers on. letting that overlap. And that, I'm just going to snip that off there. And there. Like so. Okay. We've got this lovely blue one here. Now this crease is well over here, so I think I might just put some down there, and maybe we'll carry it round to the front. Like so. Okay. Right. Okay, let's decorate the front. So I thought one of them I might put a panel of this on. Let's get my rule up. I don't want it too wide. The bottom like that, and then I thought what would look nice on that would be maybe this. Would look nice. What else have I got here? Got this out of a magazine, but that's too big. Now, I thought that would go on, but obviously let's see if this one's a bit wider. Yeah, that's a bit wider, so that's quite nice. I'll just, hopefully we've got plenty of time. If the alarm goes, then I'll just finish them off camera and put a picture on for you at the end. I can go in there, get that out. Got very quiet. Concentration, you see. Okay. Oh, I mustn't forget my cup of tea that my husband brought up for me. I'm always forgetting. Okay, so we might have to snip off a leaf. We'll see. Okay, so I am going to ink around these now with my vintage photo. So this one is going to be inked around, so you don't have to. Personal preference, really. No rule that says you have to. Okay. Right, so I'm going to stick that down. Let's see if I've got enough in this. Let's use a bit of glue paper. I wanted to still see the lovely music paper. Alexa, snooze. That means I've been 40 minutes already. Gosh.
Okay. Snoozing your timer for 40 minutes.
Oh well, she's doing it for another 40. Goodness me. I'll just decorate this one then, shall I? Wow, that went really quickly. Well, I did just do a bit of folding, but I took too long on that cutting part, didn't I? We're just going to plonk that down. No, I'm not plonking it, but I'm going to put it down there and then see what I need to trim off at the end. That's made me feel all rushed now. Oh, God, that's terrible. I must be like a tortoise. So slow. Oh, well, oh dear, we're all different, aren't we? I don't know how Rachel at Roxy's Creations got so many done in the same amount of time. I wonder if Alexa's shortchanged me. I'm going to definitely get a timer I can see on the desk. This does not want to stick down. Come on, it's taking time. Okay, we'll leave that bit of leaf for now. Right, let's find something else to put on. Put a nice ticket on something. What else have I got on my desk? We'll just take whatever is on the desk now. So we've got that ticket. I don't like that up there really, it's too wide. Where are my labels? Can't pick a nice label, can you? Let's find one. Quick, quick. Oh, I quite like that. So I'm going to put that on. Not how I envisaged it. I thought I'd get... I must be terribly slow. Gosh, I'm going to have to start practicing and making myself go a bit quicker. Carried away. So I'll put that there. And I've already got numbers on here, so I think we'll have a little word. No matter me saying I'm not making the tags, I don't even have time to do anything else. Okay, A word, quick word. What word shall we use? Shall we use one of Tim Holt's? Oh, I don't know whether black and white word would be too much to ask for on here. Or let's use one of his white ones. So if we say, let's see, shall we say, simple, because that's how I feel I am. I'm a simple Simon, I think. I'm just gonna simple Scrappy Doo Zoo. Put that in there, I think. Like that. Then, as I say, when you go to put them in your journal, you can embellish them more. But I really like that. So, unfortunately, I have only got one done. We do have our prototype one here. So, I'm going to pop that back in there. Pop that down. And there we have it. So, I apologise for my slowness. I honestly thought 40 minutes would take a lot longer than that. So I don't believe Alexis got it right, but I will give her the benefit of the doubt and finish now because my watch is in the other room. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 5:25 p.m.
Gosh, is that the time already? Okay, right, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. I'll leave the flap up there so you can see when I photograph them. They'll be on envelopes, but that's what we've done. So, okay, I'll carry on, do them quickly off camera, and I'll put a photograph on at the end. Thanks for joining. Bye.